see the ones that are here.
If you can't keep your suit in an action packer, because he and I actually had trouble with the action packers because of our tails. You saw how they're stuffed and everything. Actually fitting those in there, when I went to FC, I actually wound up with a busted seam. I almost gave myself a tail hole, busted under my tail. So keeping them long-term in the action packers isn't really going to work. Do you guys have another recommendation? We've been talking about getting like the bags you use to hold a tuxedo and like a little portable hanging closet thing, so that way we won't get any dust on it and we can leave them hanging. But it sounds like things that might stretch it. So
especially with the weight of your tails.
What I do, and this may be unorthodox, I don't know, but it's just something that works for me. I make my own giant fleece bags, and I carry my suits in those. But I don't put anything breakable into the design of my suit, so I don't have any structure in my head that would crack or anything like that. So I can just shove them in there, squeeze them down. I actually pack my kangaroo down into a toolbox that I put in the bed of my truck, and I just squish them in there because I knew nothing would break in them.
Okay, yeah, because we've got the phone in the head and stuff.
Yeah, if you're going on an airplane, it won't work. I mean, it's okay.
Well, that's true. Airplanes.
I've seen plenty of garbage bags come off of planes with fursuits in them.
Well,
so
and the action packers work really well for that. That's what we need to get to FC. They work really well.
Yeah, was it the 25-gallon action packer?
24-25 gallon.
Yeah, it's just under their size limits.
Yeah, it just makes it.
Yeah, so you get the most storage space without being oversized.
There are people who make custom boxes. I don't know if that would be beyond your price range or not, but I know a puppeteer friend of mine just had some custom boxes made for his shows so he could take them on airplanes.
Yeah, I went that way for my skunk suit.
Your guys' tail definitely poses specific props. I can imagine he's got the really big stuffed tail that doesn't flex. It's fairly rigid.
I've heard people actually shipping their fursuits to the hotel they're going to.
And I've heard of people losing those shipments for a week. So either way, you take a chance.
Yeah, the airline could lose your suit as well. But
they have, yeah. Not like.
But the good thing is about shipping it, you don't have to worry about it or think about it. It'll just be there when you get there. You'll be able to carry it.
Oh, yeah.
They're a company that specializes in shipping luggage. Like I think one of them is Sports Express. What it is they use, I think, FedEx. You pay a premium price, something like $78 or something, depending on the size of the package, of course. But they personally keep track of it and watch over the progress of your package to ensure that it gets to its destination. So that's one possibility. When I travel, especially to foreign to cons that are away from Florida, because I live in Florida. Cons away from Florida, and I would travel with my skunk suit, which I can't put in an action packer. That's one way I would do it. It's about it's either that or you pay the oversized fee to the airline, which comes out to be about the same.
Or tip the sky caps. If you have curbside check-in, they almost never charge an oversized fee.
We found that out coming back. It's like, oh, this sky captain, because going out to FC, when we checked through the airport, they said, oh, we can't take those are too many. They made us take them like across the airport to like a special loading area and TSA and everything else to take it. But coming back, the sky captain could have said, okay, see you.
Yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I found like in Chicago, the airlines, for my case, the first couple times I did it, I was able to pull it off, but the last few times, they take you to the main counter and you get hit by the oversize.
Since we're on the subject of shipping, or boxing, a good thing to put on your action package or your boxes is definitely specify on there that it's baggage. You don't want it being shipped freight. First of all, it'll take longer to get there. You'll be there before your shipments. Second of all, it's more likely to be abused on the way. You know, you've seen like Ace Ventura: Pet Detective when he's delivering the package. TSA is not exactly gentle with your shoots anyway, but at least unless they're putting on and running around the tarmac, which again is how.
Yeah, one of our action packers had a whole quarter incident from TSA. Although I really recommend those TSA locks, because that way they actually just pop it, look, okay, shut it. They don't actually like screw it up trying to open it.
I just tape mine usually.
Well, I've heard people say about that if you don't want to do a lock, do a zip tie and just tape some extras inside so they can re-zip it.
Generally, don't put anything metal in your fursuit tub. The only time I've had my tub searched is when I had my badges and my belt in there. That's when I was got to actually open and search my tape set. Ever since then, I just have the fur, the actual body in there, and the head, and nothing metallic. Hasn't been searched since. So they have these, multi-million-dollar scanner machines now. If they don't see anything that's going to look suspicious, they're not going to open it and worry about it. Generally, unless they're just bored. Again, happens.
Actually, I found plushings make very good insulation for the action packers around the suit.
Stuff your heads if you can. If you have balaclavas or leotards, stuff them inside the head. It will protect you from getting imploded. Paws also. It also will make stuff fit better.
In there that have valve boxes in them that have batteries and wires. You get it started every time.
No, come
Not
on.
a good idea.
Not that.
Yeah.
Don't put your hand back in your fursuit or any kind of chemicals. If the pressure changes and it explodes, that's not good. Too, it'll make it searched.
But it'll be really, really disinfected afterwards.
Yeah.
It'll be soaking wet.
Hello,
Don't
JR.
smuggle your drugs in your fursuit head. Hey, it's a schnauzer.
It's the schnauzer.
Come on, there's more questions out there. Don't be shy. Come on, I'm not that good. There's got to be something else out there. Maintenance, traveling.
Actually, on the fans in the fursuit head, do you have a recommendation for how to power them? I had one guy tell me you can only use normal AA's in there because the nickel metal rechargeable ones get over hot and can actually damage the suit if you use those to power fans.
Generally, I like keeping the electronics out of my suit. If you have, the only thing that really needs the fans is like the old fiberglass heads, or if it's small. If you need a fan, I've heard people powering anything from double A's, triple A's, 9 volts. And some people use rechargeables. Rechargeables get hot when they're being charged, and sometimes when they're being discharged.
I use a 9-volt in my head. Never had a problem with it really. No, just a regular 9-volt alkaline. It lasts about 5 to 6 hours.
Check your wires. If you start seeing any breaks in insulation, don't chance it. If you have a fire in your head, there's not a light committed. You don't want people to start seeing smoke coming out of your ears before you do.
If you smell smoke, just ignore it.
It's a special effect.
Yes.
Do you guys have fans, or did you guys get fans in your heads?
No,
Think about it.
we were pondering them because we actually do have a blowhole at the top, having a fan right
That's actually not a bad idea.
I can open the blowhole up and put just a mesh piece over it, and then just my little fan will go to the top.
There you go.
Do your heads get that hot? Because they should be pretty, especially not in battle, they should be pretty close fitting to your
Well, the heads generally are okay, but because we've got the musculature on the chest, the main area and we've got the dorsal and the tail, all on the back and on the front, the main areas where you send out heat in your body are covered, insulated, so all of it comes out through the head.
Because usually if you're using fans, you want to have a larger head where there's actually space between you and the fursuit. If you got foam in there, it's cheek to cheek, and this is, I'm completely fine. So there's no room for the air to move around. You're just going to be.
You're going to get one spot of air hit me right here. I mean, I have a big head and I have a fan in my nose, so that fan comes in and hits me right in the face and also circulates around too.
Do you have your